Okay, so I'm here at a Starbucks, and I just had a fascinating encounter with
Dallas and Julian.
Julian, who were Mormons, right? And they saw the Star of David, and we started talking about religious, and they wanted to learn more about Judaism. And Dallas, when I told him, have you went to Israel yet, he was like, no, because I'm afraid. Now this is perfect, because this is exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing, and it's not your fault. Like when you open the newspaper or TV or whatever that is, what you see is that it's the conflict, and it's as if it's like a war zone. And I'm here to share with you, to tell you that it's not. Because to be honest, if you check this, I don't know, are you guys in tech?
No.
No. So I'm coming from the tech industry.
Okay.
And
that's big in Tel Aviv, isn't it?
It's huge.
Yeah.
Israel is considered startup nation, so it's it has the most amount of startups per capita in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, they have headquarters of Facebook, Google, Amazon, all the big companies have R&D centers, and it's just an amazing place to go, and it's really safe, to be honest. I tell you what, and you can check on it, and I can send you few resources for you to see for yourself. Just recently, about a week or two ago, there was the gay parade in Tel Aviv, which is the biggest in Europe. So it's even though we're in the Middle East and like considered Asia, we're part of more of the European culture. And it was the biggest gay parade ever. I think around 500,000 people, right? So those are the kind of things that you won't necessarily hear about, because the media would try to portray a specific image or what is Israel. Now it doesn't matter if it's Fox News or CNN; they would both present different angles, but of the conflict with the Palestinians. And I'm here to share with people what Israel really is, which is a beautiful, multicultural place, very, very safe. Of course, there's conflict with the Palestinians, but it's the same way as if you go to Southside Chicago, for instance, where you know that there are places that you wouldn't necessarily want to go in at night, right? So this is basically the situation. You go to Tel Aviv, you go to Jerusalem, you go to Haifa, you would feel as safe as it gets. And as a woman, I tell you from girls and women that I've spoken with, they told me that here in America, I don't feel safe walking at night. Yet in Tel Aviv, they walk at 2, 3 a.m. alone, and they feel total safe.
Wow.
So
that's really cool.
I'd love to share with you. First of all, you can check my blog and everything, but I'd love to share with you some links and some videos so you guys can see for yourself. And I think it's, if you want to learn a culture and you want to see what it's like, Israel has so much to offer that it will just blow your minds.
I've always wanted to go to Israel.
Yeah,
I think I've just kind of had that perception that there's been a certain aspect of danger to it, and I think it was just kind of at some point it was me deciding at some point I decided to just take the leap and go, because I think there's so much culture that America at its foundation has, being a fairly strongly Judeo-Christian nation, has with Israel. There's a lot of links we have to Europe, obviously, because that's the predominant source of the population.
Right.
But, there's a lot of commonality in the Judaism, as well as in the Christianity that form the basis of the nation. And I think it would be a fascinating thing to see. And
there's if you go like the path that Jesus went, from the Sea of Galilee all the way up to Via Dolorosa and Jerusalem, you would just find history. Here you see in the U.S., you see history that is 200, 300, 400 years old, and you're like, wow. There you see a history that is thousands of years old.
So cool.
and it's just a fascinating place. And other than seeing the historic side, I'm from Tel Aviv. My wife Danielle, she's in the camper back there cooking now, but she's from Jerusalem, so I'm more of it's like the food and the nightlife and everything that's happening. You would find it to be equal or a competitor of Paris, London, Miami, New York. Like those are the cities that it competes with. It's not not to offend anyone here, but Missoula, Montana, right?
No, yeah.
So this is just a fascinating place, and I think that it's well worth even just researching about it. And there are several companies that are offer super cheap flights to Israel. Last time I flew, I took a flight for like $500 from New York City.
Okay.
So yeah.
And that's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hardly get to Paris or London for that.
Yeah. So there are few great flights, and I'll show you now. I'll show you some more
Okay.
stuff. But guys, this is exactly why I'm doing this journey, and I'm so happy to meet you too.
Yeah, it's good to meet you as well.
We'll continue now. Bye.